no bigger place than in the big house. BTN football is in Ann Arbor today for a top 20 showdown between Northwestern and Michigan. A capacity crowd on hand here on a beautiful day in Ann Arbor. Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines about ready to take the field. And it has a huge game feel in Ann Arbor. Ranked Northwestern, 18th ranked Michigan at Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor. Kevin Kugler alongside Matt Millen. Time to welcome in the third member of our broadcast crew, Lisa Byington, standing by with the head coach of Northwestern, Pat Fitzgerald.
Kevin, thank you. This is a first-time visit for a majority of your team. How have you prepared them for this kind of atmosphere here this afternoon?
Yeah, well, Lisa, you just try to give as much noise as you can in practice, and it's going to be important we execute early.
One of your young guys is your redshirt freshman quarterback, Clayton Thorsen. How do you know that he is capable of handling this stage?
Let's talk postgame. Have a good day. Go Cats.
All right. Kevin?
I'd say he's in game mode here, Matt Millen.
Yeah, let's talk post-game. You got to love that. If that's not a coach's answer, nothing is.
Matt Fitzgerald and Northwestern 5-0. Jim Harbaugh 4-1, coming off that shutout last week at Maryland on BTN. Previous week, the shutout over BYU. They have blanked everybody they've faced the last 2 weeks. Second best scoring defense in the nation. The top scoring defense in the nation, the team on the other sideline, the Northwestern Wildcats. And it'll be a real test today for the quarterbacks of these two teams going against those defenses.
Yeah, that's really going to be the bottom line. And so you heard Coach Fitzgerald say, let's talk after the game. That's an indicator right there. We want to see what this redshirt freshman is going to do on a big stage, in the big house, at a national television event. I love this. I love to see kids either grow up, or sometimes it's not as grown up as you want them to be.
Peppers and Chesson back deep, and we're underway. It's J.U. Chesson from the 5-yard line. Chesson with a hole. Chesson down the sidelines. He's got great speed. J.U. Chesson, the opening kickoff, all the way home in the big house.
To say special teams will play a big part in this game.
Kenny Allen for the extra point. Who needs a quarterback when you have a weapon like Chesson? 96 yards for J.U. Chesson to start the ball game.
When you're a returner, you have to run with your eyes. You know where it's supposed to go, but then this is where it opens. And once he sees the crack, which is down that right side, it's just speed. One man had a shot with an angle, but Chesson outran it. 6 points.
And Jake Rudock says, I'm going to head to the sidelines for a little bit. I'm not coming on the field.
Nothing better to have a couple points at your back before you even get started. So let's say this. We're going to spot you 7 points. And now we're going to play the football game.
Tough task for Pat Fitzgerald's Wildcats. An uppercut to start. Right to the chin of Northwestern. How will these Cats answer? They've got a pretty good return man in their own right back here in Solomon Vault awaiting the kickoff.
Well, number 4, he's a good little player. You'll see a lot of him through this game.
He had a 98-yarder against Duke. See the numbers on Solomon Vault. It's a lofty average. And already electric atmosphere gets a jolt from J.U. Chesson. And a 7-0 Michigan lead before some folks even settled into their seats. And now Vault from the 4. Vault not going to find the running room for Chesson. He's down just across the 20-yard line. Well, we welcome you officially to the Big House. What a start to this one with Matt Millen. I'm Kevin Kugler, and the electricity in this building. You knew it was a big game walking in today. Now, how does Northwestern answer what they've seen?
Well, go back to what they do well, and that's just play good, solid, fundamental football. For those of you who don't know, Justin Jackson, who you're about to be introduced to, is really a pretty good football player. In fact, he's better than pretty good. They're going to have to rely on him. They're conservative, and they don't want to really put the redshirt freshman in a position to have to win it.
There's Jackson to start, and Jackson not going to get started. Buried immediately by Royce Jenkins-Stone in for the injured Mario Ojemudia. Now Clayton Thorsen is the redshirt freshman quarterback for Northwestern, a team that runs over 70% of the time. They run a little tempo, but they don't put a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, because they haven't had to. This may be the game where they have to.
Thorsen will throw on second down, and it's dropped at the 30-yard line. Jabril Peppers on the coverage of Christian Jones, and it's third down.
Yeah, but that ball is right where it had to be. Peppers is their best defender. But this ball was where it needed to be. It needs to be caught also. I believe Peppers probably got a hand in it, and I couldn't quite see it, but the ball was right on the money where it's going to have to be on this third down.
Third and 10, not where Northwestern wants to be. Pressure coming, Thorsen in trouble, and he throws it incomplete. They brought blitz, and Thorsen threw it away.
Yeah, they blew protection. Either that or the quarterback did not see it right away. It's coming off the top side of your screen, and he's coming clean. It's not accounted for, and so in the quarterback's head, that has to be on account. He knows what he has. You're going big on big to the top side. Got to get rid of the ball quicker.
What a start for Michigan. 96-yard kickoff return. A 3-and-out from the defense. And Jabril Peppers awaiting the punt from Hunter Nicewander. Wobbly short punt. Takes a bit of a Northwestern roll and is down at the 41-yard line. But Michigan with excellent field position after the 39-yard punt. And Jake Rudock will make his way out onto the field. The coaches have been telling us for the last several weeks, Jake Rudock is getting better every single week. And one of the ways you can see that is in the interception numbers. He had the 3-interception game to start the season, but 3 over the last 4 games.
And also what's going on is this coaching staff is learning Jake Rudock, and Jake Rudock is learning exactly what they want. And so they still want to kind of control the environment to the coaching staff.
Michigan fans happy to see Davion Smith back as the setback. On first down, Rudock with protection, throws over the middle, and there is Davion Smith with the catch and the 7-yard gain. Jalen Prater on the tackle for Northwestern.
You look at both these teams, you see the similarity in defenses. But what you don't see on this Northwestern defense is a real true pass rusher. While on Michigan, I believe they have 2 kids who can get after it pretty well. Henry and Hurst. Both those guys can get after it. Northwestern doesn't quite have that.
Chesson and Darbo, the 2 receivers for Michigan on second down and 3. Smith, nice little move. Davion Smith into the secondary, and Smith all the way down to the 35 of Northwestern.
Yeah, you had him running clean with an opportunity to make a tackle in the backfield, and Davion Smith just does enough to be able to make a miss. Right there was missed in the backfield. They didn't quite catch the number. Instead, you got a first down. Every opportunity in this game has to be taken if you're this Northwestern defense.
Joe Carriage, the fullback now for Michigan. On first down, Smith again with the carry, tripped up as he got to the hole. by Drew Smith. Let's take a look at today's Auto Owners Insurance Impact players. We've already seen one with an impact.
Well, Damian Smith having him back is a big deal. He's a big, powerful guy. He's got great runner's patience. On the other side, you have Anthony Walker, who's an emerging player. He still has to learn how to read a little bit better and believe his eyes. But he's got it. He's all over the field.
Believe his eyes. Tell me what you mean by that from a linebacker standpoint.
There are reads that you have, and for young players, they'll see the read, but they don't quite believe it. They want to follow the ball. A young linebacker, believe your reads.
Rudock on second down. Floats it wide open. His butt at the 15. Butt inside the 5. Powering down to the 1.
Nice play call. Nicely done. Going back across the field. You start play action, and then you roll Rudock. And they're going to roll Rudock to the left side of your screen. And Jake Butt comes back to the other side. Normally what happens, young players will follow their eyes, and they'll go with the flow of the quarterback. Butt's wide open. You always got to cover your butt. Don't forget that.
I'll leave that right there.
Thank you very much.
First and goal at the 1. Derek Green in the backfield. Play action. Rudock going to have to scramble, and he's going to lose yardage. Deontay Gibson, who had a sack and a half a week ago, able to close in on Rudock, and it's second and goal.
Yeah, Gibson has an ability to be able to close. You want to be able to see him come off the edge a little bit better, but he did a nice job of disengaging and closing in on Rudock to set up this second.
3.5 sacks now for Deontay Gibson, who went off to the sideline. Looked like he was limping ever so slightly as he went off. And on third down, Drake Johnson the carry. Trying to drive in, and he's crossed the plane to the goal line for the touchdown.
Well, they stopped the initial push, and then a whole group of guys just kind of mashed it forward. Low man wins. Nice job on the defense. They have him there, stop, but they just keep on pushing, and he's able to push the ball forward. See the head linesman again. His job is to see if it crosses the plane. As soon as he sees it, it's 6.
7-play, 59-yard drive. Kenny Allen on for the extra point, and I can't imagine even the most optimistic Michigan fan would have dreamed a start like this against 13th ranked Northwestern. 14-0 Michigan. We welcome you back to the Big House. Tough task ahead now for Pat Fitzgerald. Northwestern down 14-0 in a big hole. Not a place they've been a lot this year, and not a place they're very comfortable in.
Yeah, but a great place to see how your team's going to react. What are you made of? This is where you're down by 14. You spotted them 2 scores. Who's going to fight? Who's going to come back and start swinging? That's what I like to see.
Michigan has already outscored 4 of Northwestern's 5 opponents this year in the first 4 minutes and change of this ball game. From the 9-yard line, trying to find a little running room is Marcus McShepard, and McShepard is down near the 25-yard line. Jackson in the backfield with Thorsen. Pressure coming as Thorsen throws. It is caught, and just as Matt Millen prescribed, a first down to the 40-yard line, and Austin Carr.
Nicely done by Austin Carr. They went with man coverage. They only rushed 3, so he had time. But the key was that Thorsen has, when he sets his feet, he's pretty accurate. This kid is on the front end of a big career. Last week, he had his best game. He needs to follow it up. Get the jitters out. Now it's time to go.
74% accuracy a week ago as Warren Long's in the backfield now with Thorsen. And it's Long who gets the carry. Looking for a little running room, and he found some to the 46, a 6-yard gain on the play. Royce Jenkins-Stone and Desmond Morgan there combining for the stop.
It's amazing what confidence does, particularly at the lower levels, but you see it in the pro levels as well. When guys start to believe, hey, we can do this, it changes everything. That's why this drive is so important.
Thorsen again to the air and finds his man over the middle. It's the tight end or the superback, Garrett Dickerson. That's a first down.
Smart. Just short passes. You got a whole game to play. Just take it. They're going to sit in his zone like that. Just sit right in front of him. He's got time. He's getting rid of the ball. That's exactly what you want to do.
First time today for Northwestern in Michigan territory at the 49. Solomon Vault with a hole. Vault, a little cut back, and he's got the first down to the Michigan 34. Now the run game starting to find a crease or two. Picks up 15.
Yeah, well blocked on the top side. It's not like you're overpowering. This offensive line, a lot like Michigan's, they don't really blow you off the ball, but they're very good assignment-wise. Everybody is on the person they're supposed to be on.
They got Jeff Mogus back this week on that offensive line. He's at left tackle. So the line back and intact now for Northwestern. At the 34. They set up the quick screen. Catch is made, and an excellent open field tackle of Mike McHugh by Jordan Lewis. Tonight on Primetime, our top-ranked triple header continues as fourth-ranked Michigan State visits New Jersey to take on the Scarlet Knights. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern only on BTN and BTN to go.
Jordan Lewis is really having a great season. He might be the top cover guy on this defense. He gives him a chance all the time. 2nd and 12.
And behind the chains. That's where Michigan wants to keep Northwestern today. Play action. Thorsen chase from the backside. He can run, but he'll throw, and it's caught at the 25-yard line and out of bounds.
Great decision by Thorsen. Great decision. Nice decision by the coaching staff to get him on the move. And then you bring that receiver back to him. That's a pickup of 10. His feet are down. The catch, there's the feet. That's a good catch. This is 3rd and 2, and critical right here. They've got to get 6, not 3.
This is where they want to be, though. 49% on 3rd down conversions this year. They converted 3rd and long earlier on this drive. Now 3rd and 2 at the 26. Here's Jackson burrowing forward, and he's short. Did not get it. Ryan Glasgow with the stop. Now 4th and 1. You're in good field goal range. Are you going for the 3?
No, you got to get on the board. The toughest points in every game are the first ones. Take them right here.
So now Jack Mitchell is on. His long this year is 49. 10 for 13 this season. And on 4th and 1, this one officially will be a 42-yard attempt. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick curving, and it's wide left. No good. Moving down the field, but they come up empty. Just the 4th miss this year for Jack Mitchell as Pat Fitzgerald trying to coax it through. Couldn't will it in. Midway through this first quarter, and after the field goal miss, Davion Smith to the ground on 1st down, and Smith out near the 32-yard line, 7-yard pickup. Jalen Prater on the stop.
That's what they were missing the last couple of weeks with Davion Smith, not being in the lineup. So everything's designed to go to the inside, but his vision is very good. And he's a great decision maker on top of it. So as soon as he sees that defensive end crash down inside, instinctively he's out and sets up the 2nd and short.
Yeah, he was really good last year in that 10-9 ugly game. He had 121 yards and a touchdown against the Cats. Here's Drake Johnson on the carry, and Johnson a yard shy of the 1st down. Northwestern and Michigan a 14-0 advantage for the Wolverines. Under 5 minutes remaining in this first half, and through 5 games, 35 points allowed by the Wildcats, 14 points allowed by Northwestern today, although 7 of those coming as a special teams 96-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, and that's not their concern. What their concern right now is 3rd and short. They've got to get him stopped here to get the ball back.
And you've got Davion Smith in the backfield with Carriage in motion. And Carriage gets the carry, and Carriage into the secondary. The fullback rumbling down the field and down inside the 35 and the 32 of Northwestern.
Thought Matthew Harris had a chance to be able to punch that ball out on the left side. This is what fullbacks running in the open field look like. See, everybody's gaining on him. He did actually tried to come over the top instead of punching it from underneath. A lot of time, the easiest way is to punch from underneath instead of pulling down. When you pull down, your arm can kind of clamp on it. When you punch it up, it's tougher to control.
But a 34-yard run for Carriage, but in motion now on first down at the 32. Rudock, good protection, throws it short to Chesson. Chesson breaks the tackle. Chesson jumping in the air and down near the 5. It'll be first and goal, Michigan. Travion Henry saves the touchdown. 27-yard gain.
Is it just me, or is every time we have these top teams playing in a big game, somebody gets a wet leg? And right now, the legs are wet over there at Northwestern.
And Michigan making a claim to be perhaps the best team right now in the Big Ten Conference. They certainly are playing like it in this first quarter. Rudock with time, nobody open, throws short to Butt, and Butt's down near the 2-yard line. 3-yard pickup, second down and goal.
The reason I mentioned that about the offensive line, no pressure whatsoever on Rudock. Now, they have been smart. They've rolled him a couple times, but this offensive line, you can see them right there. Magnuson and Kalis and Braden, 71, and Cole on the other side. And it's a very good group. Glasgow, the center. It's a veteran group. They're playing well together. They're playing better and better each week.
Karon Higdon. Higdon off the fake. It's Rudock to the end zone. Rudock touchdown.
Good play call. People forget about Jake Rudock's feet and how well he runs the football. So you're going to start with the fact, you start with the fake to one side, Rudock makes the first guy miss, and he's able to get in, break the play.
Third rushing touchdown of the year for Rudock. Kenny Allen on for the extra point, and the kick by Allen is good. And what a start for 18th ranked Michigan. 21 first quarter points, and the Wolverines up 3 touchdowns early. Most points Northwestern had allowed in a game this year, 19 in their win over Ball State. In the first quarter, Michigan has put 21 points on the scoreboard.
Let me just say this. This is not the same Michigan team that lost to Utah. This is a better team. You could see them getting better week after week after week. They're gaining confidence. They're playing a better brand of football now.
Solomon Volt awaiting the kickoff from the 9-yard line. Volt looking for a crease. Big return would help Northwestern. He's down at the 30-yard line. 21-0. Northwestern runs over 70% of the time. How do you come back against this Michigan team?
Long game. You still have a lot of time. Go with your original game plan. You don't have to change anything. Just execute.
Here's Justin Jackson. A couple little stutter steps to buy some running room, and he gets out to the 33 before Desmond Morgan can make the tackle. And what a first quarter it was for the home team. The Michigan Wolverines coming off back-to-back shutouts of BYU and Maryland, continuing their shutout ways and getting a big lift from their offense and special teams in the process. 21-0. Homecoming in Ann Arbor, and not a bad start for the home team. 21-0 through one quarter. Get some alumni cheerleaders back for Michigan. Northwestern cheerleaders trying to spark their team down 3 touchdowns. Second down and 17. Thorsen, the toss to Volt, nowhere to go, and Volt is down. A loss on the play of 3 yards back to the 37. Ben Gideon, the first there for Michigan.
Yeah, if you're going to run this play and you're Thorsen, you have to affect the defense. Okay, they're going to snap this ball, and he's going to come down the line. Okay, now watch. There's no one threatening him. All he's done is declared what it is. You cannot do that. You have to be able to get up into the line, force the defense to to make a decision, the decision for you, and then pitch it if it's there.
Just 27 yards on the ground for Northwestern. And movement up front. It was Willie Henry who came across. Was he drawn?
It's funny you talked. We were talking with Maurice Hirsch yesterday, and I said, who's the strongest guy you got? He goes, it's not even close. Willie Henry.
Offside. Defense. Number 73. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
And so the natural follow-up to that is, well, you know, how strong is he? He goes, as strong as he wants to be. whatever you want to put on the bar, he can lift. And I've been around some of those guys who are like that, and they're freaks. And it looks like Willie Henry is one of them.
3rd and 15. Good protection for Thorsen. Nobody open. Thorsen in trouble, and he's dropped. Willie Henry, strong as he wanted to be again, as he gets to Thorsen and brings him down to end the threat.
Good coverage down the field. Nowhere to go with this football. So if you're going to look for the guy who's been moving you around with Carr, good coverage. On the top side, Dickerson trying to get to the inside. Nothing. Nicely done by the Michigan defense.
Nice wander to punt. Jabril Peppers back. Peppers fair catch called for and made just across the 30-yard line. Michigan's defense doing its usual shutout. The offense and the special teams providing the rest. J.U. Chesson started the game on a spark as we take you back to the building of a college football Saturday. J.U. Chesson's kickoff capping that time lapse from start to finish, at least building up to the start of a college football Saturday in Ann Arbor. Jim Harbaugh's squad enjoying a 21-0 lead, and the spark coming from that kickoff to start the game. First opening kickoff for a touchdown since 1992 for Michigan against Houston. From the 32, Higdon on the outside on an excellent open field tackle by Igwebuike.
Yeah, that is fantastic by Igwebuike, because he doesn't get there. This thing's a chance to get to the edge. And he read that perfectly from the field, and you can see him, he's going to run the lane. So you have your corner, Matthew Harris, get to the outside where he needs to go, but there's a blocker on him. The lane's in between. Igwebuike handles it perfectly.
Well, nice little slip by Higdon to get to the 38.
Already, but he's only had that one incompletion.
Over the middle, and it is caught for a first down at the 48 of Northwestern. A.J. Williams. Another catch for Williams, 14 yards for the first.
Yeah, this is a nice job, but here's the whole key to this thing. Rudock has lots of time to be able to survey the field. Look at this protection down inside here. There is nothing there. They come with a 4-man protect. They kept 6 in, and he can find Williams just sitting down in the middle of that zone.
Homa and Smith in the backfield. Rudock off the play fake. Open for the first down to the 35 is Drake Harris. 13 more for Michigan's offense through the air.
They're not quite a pick, but all they're doing is running a scissors to the top side. It's a simple read for Rudock. He's enjoying the comfort of his pocket again. And all you're going to do is just kind of shield the defender and come back underneath. You can see he's got 120 yards already, but he's only had that one incompletion.
3 receivers top of the screen with Smith in the backfield. And it's Smith who gets the carry, and Smith trying to fight through a tackle, but Tyler Lancaster had a pretty good hold of him and would not let him go.
You know, he said at the start of this game that the quarterback who doesn't mess up, not necessarily who plays well, but who doesn't mess up, will have the decided advantage. Right now, we're getting a quarterback who's playing well. And that's Jake Rudock. He has not, his decision-making has been excellent. They've afforded him lots of time, and he's playing very well.
Higdon, the running back, next to Rudock. Rudock tossing to Chesson, and Chesson hanging on to the towel around his waist to get the tackle at the 35-yard line is Nate Hall. anything you can grab, huh?
Oh, yeah. I've tackled guys by a lot of different things.
Some of which we cannot mention here.
We cannot mention on the air. But Hall did the right thing. You know what's the most important thing in a tackle? That you get him down. No matter how he comes down, he's got to come down. Hall did just that. Right now, this offensive line and Jake Rudock have owned this down.
Rudock on third down. He was hit as he got rid of that football, and that'll trickle out of bounds. It's incomplete.
That was the Denabo,
yep.
number 7. Yeah, he can run. He's the one guy. They don't play him a lot. And when he comes in, he's the guy who can beat you with speed. And smartly, they put him to the, you can see him right up top. They put him against Magnuson to the top side, and he just wins with speed. Magnuson got overextended, and he's able to affect the pass by hitting his arm. Well done by Denabo.
And a big stop for Northwestern. So now to punt is O'Neal, trying to pin Northwestern deep. We mentioned he's had a certain proficiency in putting punts inside the 20-yard line this year. Hang it up high towards the sideline, and it'll be down once again inside the 20 and inside the 10. A 27-yard punt down at the 8-yard line by Thomas. Jackson on first down. Very patient. Gets to the 11-yard line.
They have to get some points. This is the point of the game. You have to sustain something. Your best football you must play right now to take it in to the second half. You'll be getting the ball again to start the second half, but you've got to get points in this last 4 minutes.
Thorsen, late pressure comes, throws, and it's almost intercepted by Jabril Peppers. Had it in his hands at the 22.
Should have been picked. Under pressure was Thorsen. Wasn't able to step into that. But a nice job. Looked like Glasgow, number 96, affected that throw. And Peppers going to kick himself for that one because he timed it right. Hands are on it. He just didn't get the handle.
Third down and 9 at the 9. Four receivers for Northwestern. Pressure coming. Thorsen to the sidelines. Excellent adjustment, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis down the sidelines. Jordan Lewis all the way home for Michigan.
Jordan Lewis continues to show why he's having an All-American season. He has been terrific through these games. They picked on him again. They tried to make the adjustment, but he adjusted quicker, and it's 6 quick on a 36-yard return. There was some pressure on that one by our guy, Maurice Hurst, inside, number 73.
The extra point is good, and Michigan is rolling it home right now. And my, oh my, what a half for the home team. Michigan 28, Northwestern nothing. As these two teams head to the locker room, Jim Harbaugh's squad playing unbelievable football right now. They have not allowed a score since September 19 against UNLV. 28-0 Michigan. Second half, Kevin Kugler alongside Matt Millen with Lisa Byington on the field. A 28-0 Michigan lead as we check in with Lisa Byington.
Pat Fitzgerald's message down 28-0 to his team. Kevin and Matt, hey, we got to take this one play at a time. It might sound cliche, he said, but that's the attitude that we have to have. We can't be scoreboard watching at all. His message to his quarterback, Clayton Thorsen, he said he's going to have to trust himself. He took the adjustments really well at halftime. He said he was great at halftime, as a matter of fact, and these are learning lessons that this young guy is going to have to fight through.
All right, Lisa, thank you very much. Meanwhile, on the Michigan sideline, you got to imagine the message from Jim Harbaugh was, remember what you did in the first half? Keep doing what you did in the first half here in the second half.
Yeah, no, Jim's going to say, look, you know what we did? Push the pedal harder. Go for the throat. Bury him fast. Defense, keep playing the way you're playing. Offense, we're going to grind it and keep on going. Yeah, I can't stress enough the difference I see in the Michigan team from one year to the next. And that man right there is the whole reason why. He just changed an attitude, which is so hard to do. But they've got it.
Northwestern will get the football. They won the toss and elected to defer. Solomon Volt awaiting the kickoff. Kenneth Allen to boot it away. There's Volt. Opening kickoff of the first half, returned for a touchdown by J.U. Chesson for Michigan. Volt 2 yards deep, and he's going to take a knee and take the touchback. 28-0 deficit for Northwestern as they start at the 25, and no points allowed for Michigan in the last 159 minutes and 17 seconds. That is over 10 quarters of football action.
That's playing some good beat.
Boy, I'll say.
And so if you're Northwestern, one of the things I believe they must do is change the launch point for this quarterback. They can't keep him sitting in the same spot.
Justin Jackson trying to find running room. Got the corner. Justin Jackson. A little hip shake and a first down to the 40-yard line. Best run of the day for Jackson and for Northwestern as Jared Wilson stops him 15 yards downfield.
Heck, they almost doubled their output in the first half on one run. And they were able to get to the edge on that side. Nicely done over there by Olsen.
On first down, Thorsen to throw, four-man pressure. Tough catch made by Mike McHugh. Can't turn it upfield, though, from the 42-yard line. That's because Jordan Lewis was right there.
We talked about Jordan Lewis in the first half. He has the pick and he takes it back for 6. But Jordan Lewis has been playing great football all the time. If you ask him to play zone, he does it well. If you ask him to be a run defender, he does that well. If you ask him to play man-to-man, he's been exceptional. I think he's having a fantastic year. 2nd and 8. Thorsen looking for the sideline, and the pass incomplete. Volt was in the area. The intended receiver. There was some pressure on Thorsen from Willie Henry once more. There's a shock, Willie. They need to change the launch point. What does that mean? It's just third down. Okay, they're going to bring it. You know it's going to be a pass. So what you're going to do, you can't keep him sitting in one spot. You have to move him. You have to get him off that spot. And I'm talking offensively, you have to get him moved.
3rd down and 8. Late pressure coming. It's picked up. Thorsen looking for the sideline. Trying for the one-handed grab is McHugh. But once again, Jordan Lewis right there to help break it up. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, this is he just manned up again. Same thing. He does a very good job. You can see him up here. He does a very good job. See where he's at the top of the numbers? Watch how he forces him to the sideline. That's how you use the sideline as your help. It's an extra defender. You shorten the window that he can throw into. He's just played it masterfully today.
Hunter Nicewander to punt to Jabril Peppers.
I'm waiting for Peppers to break out here on a return, because he's got that in him.
Short punt for Nicewander. Peppers. Whoa, what a tough receive of the punt. Holy cow. 28-0 here for Jake Rudock in Michigan. Davion Smith on first down. Oh, Smith. Great vision, great patience, and great power into the Northwestern territory at the 48-yard line. 19 yards for Davion Smith.
Some guys, just watch this, just enjoy this. How he runs behind his pads.
See why they were happy to get him back this week.
Yeah, he's a difference maker, and he's not going to break the game wide open, but he's that guy that's dependable, that's going to just keep on gaining yards all the time.
There he is again, upended at the 45, 3-yard gain for Michigan's Davion Smith. 2nd and 7. Prater and Robbins combining on the tackle.
You know, one guy we haven't said his name at all here today is Anthony Walker, the inside linebacker. He's just a sophomore. He's learning. And there's, you know, he does a nice job of getting to the football, but he's going to have to learn how to follow his eye, believe his eyes, and believe his keys. Sometimes he sees the ball and he wants to go after the ball. You've got to believe your keys, and it will take you there.
On the end around, Chesson trying to find some room, got a block, and Chesson nudged out of bounds across the 35, and the late flag is going to tack yardage on at the end. 12 yards on the run, more yardage coming on the penalty.
There is no foul in the play. First down.
Yeah, now when you have an opportunity in the open field, you've got to make the play. That looked like it was.
They pick up the flag, as you heard.
That's fine. He's still in bounds. Now he goes out, but yeah, that's nothing. I'm good with that. Of course, they never asked me, so what's the difference?
There's a large amount of people at the big house that I think disagree with you on that. On first down, a little counter play and not much running room to the outside this time for Higdon.
So let me get that one right. You said there's a bunch of people here in Michigan who disagree with me.
Yes, that's new. I know.
Just generally
brand new.
speaking.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make that clear. Thank you.
I thought the disguise you wore to get into the big house today was a very good one.
Yeah, I dressed up like a normal guy.
2nd and 9 at the 32. Davion Smith, the single back. Smith slips through the first tackle and down to the 28-yard line. 4-yard pickup for Smith. He's closing in on 60 yards on just 8 carries today. He's made the most of each touch, but now he's starting to limp off. Remember, it's that right foot or ankle that was causing him a problem a week ago.
Get him out. Just let him go. Let him go. Let him rest. You're in fine shape without him. Because really this offensive line has been the story of this game. They have dominated Northwestern's front.
3rd down and 5. Rudock steps up, pocket collapses, and Rudock is going down. Deontay Gibson, who got to Rudock early in the game, finds him again with nobody open downfield, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that was the key. No place to throw down the field. You're going to see Chesson. They're going to try to do a in and out, but look at the coverage. Perfect all over him. Everywhere you look, Butt was covered, Chesson was covered, and then you could only hold on to it for so long before Gibson was able to get there. Hannibal did a nice job, Denebo rather, off the edge, forced it inside.
47-yard attempt for Kenny Allen to add to the lead. Oh, plenty of leg, plenty of accuracy, 3 more points for Michigan. Kenny Allen, good from 47 yards, and Michigan adds 3, 31-0. Michigan dominating this top 20 showdown, the longest field goal of the career for Kenny Allen. What a scene. 31-0 Michigan, and the Wolverines and their fans feeling very good about the start of the Jim Harbaugh era right about now.
That's a good shot for underarm deodorant, I'll tell you right about there. Jim Harbaugh has done a phenomenal job, and he's just getting started. This team isn't even close to where it's going to be.
That's a frightening thought for the rest of the Big Ten. Kickoff through the end zone for the touchback. Minnesota, the final Big Ten team to reach 30 points scored this season. Winning in a big way, as some room down the sideline for Roberts until the door closes quickly on a big hit from Jared Wilson.
I want you to watch the path Wilson, number 22, takes. You'll see him coming from the bottom of the screen. Here he comes. Boom. That is really well done. Nice angle. Not easy to do. You're coming from inside out. There's a lot on every step you're adjusting. Wilson adjusted just fine.
Thorsen finds Talley with the catch and another big hit, but a first down at the 47-yard line. Jabril Peppers getting into the big hit game, but another first down for Northwestern.
He's fun to watch, Jabril Peppers. He lines up in a variety of different positions. He'll line up in the slot, he'll line up as a corner, he'll line up as a safety, in the box, deep.
Blitz up the middle. And the pass juggled and incomplete by McHugh at the 48-yard line. Jordan Lewis has been living with Mike McHugh in this ball game.
Now he's been owning. He has his picture in his back pocket. I don't know if you know. Yeah, I think he does. Now Lewis has played a phenomenal game here. Every time they've tried him, he's been money. Of course, he also has that 37-yard touchdown, pick 6.
And we've seen a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. The pick 6. Great punting dominance from Michigan. Thorsen hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Well, that pocket closed quickly on Clayton Thorsen.
That's why I mentioned earlier you have to change the launch point. You can't keep them in the same spot. They're just mauling them. That's a good group to maul up front. They are just coming off the ball hard. That Taco Charlton 33, I like him. I think he's a pretty good player.
You pointed him out yesterday when we were chatting with Michigan's coaches.
A big man.
3rd and 10 at the 47-yard line. Jackson trying to find running room, none there. Shut down by Desmond Morgan. Talk about a front 4, then those linebackers like Bolden and Morgan that come up and fill. This Michigan team has got a lot of ability at all 3 levels.
Yeah, Morgan and Bolden, they benefit from the guys in front of them. That defensive front, they've been dominating. And when you have guys like that, you're free to just run like that as a linebacker. Oh, that's fun.
Nice wander under some heat. Jabril Peppers calling for the fair catch. He makes it at the 15-yard line. And Michigan going to start after the 38-yard punt deep in their own end. A 31-0 lead for Michigan. 1:09 to go in the 3rd. Big test today appears to be in the midst of being passed with flying colors for Michigan. But now Michigan State looms. You'll see them later tonight against Rutgers here on BTN. But let's peek ahead a little bit to Michigan State and Michigan here next week.
Well, first of all, it's going to be the best defense that Michigan's faced. Also, it's a better defense than Northwestern. And so that offensive line will have to bring their A game like they did today. And then secondly, Michigan State has not played their best football. I think Connor Cook has still not played up to his capabilities. So it'll be fun to see if they can get that game going.
Pretty good little step to the left by Rudock to avoid the pressure, but with the catch at the 20-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup on the plays. We slide under a minute to go here in the 3rd.
The thing with Michigan State is they understand big games. They've been there before. They've been in there, a lot of them now. I think Coach D'Antonio has done a fantastic job with that. I think mentally they're right. I think they know how to prepare for big games. I think it's going to be a great game to watch.
2nd and 5 with Derek Green as the running back. Green gets the carry. A hole up the middle, and Green tripped up at the 30-yard line by Matthew Harris, but a first down for Michigan.
Yeah, this is just a job of this Michigan Wolverine offensive line as we got a defender down. But I want you to watch this. Kayla 67 on the inside. It comes right on the other side, 71. Butt does a nice job. That's just assignment football, but well done, utilized angles, and he's up the middle for a big game.
And add another quarter to the long list of quarters now that Michigan has not allowed a point. They shut out BYU 31-0 September 26th. They shut out Maryland last week on BTN, and through 3 quarters today, 18th ranked Michigan shutting out 13th ranked Northwestern 31-0. A day that has belonged to the Michigan Wolverines, a top 20 matchup, and one of the two has dominated. Michigan 31, Northwestern nothing as we start the 4th quarter. Kevin Kugler, Matt Millen, Lisa Byington. And on first down, it's Green working his way up the middle. And Derek Green takes it to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 6 on the play. And now if you're Michigan, you rely on that strong running game, your bevy of backs that you have out there. And we saw Davion Smith limp off earlier. and he has not been in since after 8 carries and 59 yards. But at this point, we don't need him.
Yeah, he shouldn't be. Just give whoever you have the ball and let them go behind that offensive line. Let them grind on this Northwestern front. Northwestern front was dominated today by the Michigan front.
On second down, Green again. Nothing there this time for Green. And Lisa Byington, you've got an update on Northwestern's Matthew Harris?
Yeah, I do, Kevin. I just spoke to Tori Lindley, who's the head athletic trainer for Northwestern. He said that Matthew had been very responsive. He was talking to him the entire time. Where he is right now, he has not left the premises. He's back in the locker room, actually getting stitches on his face. He got a laceration because of the helmet and the contact that was made, but they're very optimistic about his future in the near future here.
Well, that's great to hear. Initially, that was a scary sight. 3rd down and 6 at the 34. Rudock under some pressure. Outlet to Williams, his tight end, and Williams lunging towards the 40-yard line. He's got the first down. They'll mark it right at the 40, and that's enough to move the chains.
And keep the clock moving, and that's what they want. And so right now, all you're getting, this Michigan crowd is sitting here wanting to see another shutout. They've played this game exactly how they wanted to, on their terms. They've dictated the way the game's been played. Now they want to finish it.
The last time again that Michigan had 3 straight shutouts, 1980. From the 40-yard line, 1st down. Green, nice patience, little pick to the right, and he picks up nearly 10 more to midfield. Igwebuike trips up Derek Green.
But they're getting through the front end, and that front 7, Green just picks his way through because the offensive line is doing their job. Nice job on the left side of that Michigan offensive line. Talked about Mason Cole, who's the number 52, the left tackle. Ben Braden in there, number 71. Graham Glasgow, the center. Kalis, 67, and Magnuson at 78.
Green again on 2nd and 1. 1st down to the Northwestern 49. Travion Henry with the tackle of Derek Green. Nobody this year, and you saw the numbers Northwestern's given up on the ground, nobody this year has gone over 200 on the ground or through the air against this Northwestern defense. As
they pick up the 1st down, and they just keep on going.
1st down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Michigan and Michigan State will play next week. Northwestern will battle Iowa next week. So big games next week as well for both of these teams. Play action for Rudock. Rudock finds his man open. It's Williams, the tight end, and Williams down to the 37-yard line of Northwestern. 16-yard pickup on the play. Next Saturday, the Boilermakers travel to Madison to take on Wisconsin in a West Division battle. Then at 3:30, it's Rutgers visiting the Hoosiers in Bloomington. Pre-game coverage starts at 10:30 Eastern on BTN and BTN to go.
This is a nicely called game for the Michigan Wolverines. They have moved Jake Rudock around. They've changed his launch point many times. They've been able to continue to run the football, but they keep on moving forward.
Higdon trying to fight his way forward to the 35-yard line. It's been a clean game for Michigan, too. No turnovers. Rudock hasn't thrown a pick. There's been no fumbles. Michigan has really played a complete game here this afternoon.
They haven't beaten themselves, and not at all.
That's one thing we've noticed with them the last couple of weeks, watching film and watching these games, is the discipline that Jim Harbaugh has instilled in this program. It stands out.
Yeah, there's no question that he's made a difference. I mean, it's shocking, though, how fast he was able to do it. That is a credit to Jim Harbaugh.
On 2nd down, Green spinning down to the 32-yard line.
He's got a good recruiting class lined up. They're going to be good for a while now. And they're going to get used to watching this Bo Schembechler 2.0 football. As Jim does a good job. I mean, he doesn't like to talk to the press. doesn't like to say very much. He likes to keep it all in-house with his team. He's still ultra competitive. If he had a chance to go out and play right now, he'd do it. He's got that in him.
You asked him that yesterday. If he was competitive, but he just sort of glared at you and said, yeah.
Of course. Like, what are you doing?
Green, nice little cutback. And Green able to get to the 27-yard line. That should be a Michigan first down. Jared McGee with the tackle.
You know, one of the funniest things he said, we were talking to him about Dave Adolph and the khakis and all that stuff, and he's like, he looked at me straight in the eye, as serious as he could be, and he said, pockets? I got 4 pockets. Workout pants don't have any pockets. Got a kick out of it.
No points in the last 183 minutes for Michigan. 4th and 1, really half a yard. They're 3 for 9 this year on 4th down, and here they go.
And they are grinding.
And the give is to the fullback, Homa, and Homa with plenty for the first down. Sione Homa.
A week ago, we gave him the hardest working player of the game, because they fouled him all game long, and he opened holes all game long. Garage came back this week, healthy. Sione Homa continues to do the same things. Very reliable, very tough, and he's a grinder.
Perfect fit for what Jim Harbaugh wants to do. This drive eating up yardage and time. At the 24, Green. Green stood up after a pickup of 1. Host of Wildcats there.
Michigan has 190 yards rushing. A variety of different backs, but the same offensive line. So here we are with the 4-minute mark, and that same group that started the game is still playing.
190 yards on the ground, 40 for Northwestern. And when your game is running the football like Northwestern's is, and you only have 40, it's not going to end well. 2nd and 9, Rudock to the air. Quick catch is made at the 15-yard line, and driven back is Maurice Ways. They'll give him progress near the 13, a first down for Michigan.
Maurice Ways usually does it. Usually when you're talking about Maurice Ways, you're saying that's a heck of a block by that kid. He's a tough kid. He's not afraid to stick his face in there, but you're going to hear a lot of his name catching a lot of balls in the future. Nice game turned in by Jake Rudock. And I thought the way they used him was really well done.
17 of 23 for 169 yards. Green on first down. Found a hole and is down to the 9, 4 yards for Derek Green. If you're Northwestern, how much time do you spend with this, and how much time do you use to put it behind you and just move on to Iowa?
We take one good look at it, and then it's out of your mind. You got a team in Iowa that's playing good football, that's undefeated, have an opportunity to be able to knock off an undefeated team, and that's going to be your focus immediately. You got beat here. This is a good football team. Move on.
11th play of this drive right now for Michigan. Home of the motion man. Sione Homa with the carry, and he's down near a first down, just shy at the 4-yard line. Stay tuned for the State Farm post-game report. Dave and the gang will get you caught up on a busy day in the Big Ten. They'll also preview our Michigan State-Rutgers primetime clash here on BTN.
Michigan is closing in on 200 yards rushing.
Nobody's done that this year against Northwestern.
I don't think too many people would have thought that would have happened here today against this defense that was #1 coming in the country.
3rd down and short. Homa and Green. Green the carry. Green fighting for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. The cherry on top provided by Derek Green.
Just grinded out football. as you see him break the plane, and they go over 200 yards of rushing. This offensive line has played outstanding today.
Allen's extra point is good. How do you close out a football game? 12 plays, 66 yards. Takes 7:08 off the clock. Much a 38-0 lead here for Michigan. If it holds, it's the largest margin of victory in the series since Michigan won 59-14 here in Ann Arbor back in 1991. And of course, the shutout still intact as well, which would be the third straight and the first since 1980 for Michigan to go back to back to back with shutouts. Roberts from the 5. Roberts hit and falls forward to the 22-yard line. So Roberts with the return. And let's take a look at today's Duluth Trading hardest working players. It's that Michigan offensive line.
Absolutely. You can see Eric Cole and Braden, you had Glasgow, you had Kalis, you had Magnuson. They stayed in the whole game, and they played a fantastic game. In fact, they played such a good game. Dan Deerdorf, who's calling the radio play, he's right next to us here in the booth. He pounded on the glass a little while ago and gave us the sign that that's what it's supposed to look like.
I'd say a Hall of Fame offensive lineman is probably pretty happy with what he's seen today. Matt Alviti in at quarterback for the first time for Northwestern, and the pass broken up by DeMonte Thomas. There's Alviti, the sophomore from Park Ridge, Illinois. 2nd and 10 for Northwestern.
They've made some changes here, but there's some familiar faces still out there. So
yeah, there are.
They're big. That is Dan Deerdorf to the left over there, just a little bit more. Oh,
he's hiding right there.
Right there, Big Dan. Hall of Famer.
Alviti back to the air, to the sidelines. It is caught by Cameron Dickerson, and that's a first down for Northwestern.
Okay, so see what they did right there? They changed the launch point. They moved it. That's what they should have been doing a lot sooner. This defensive front got after him pretty darn well here today.
Very consistent pressure throughout most of the day on Thorsen. Alviti, there's that pressure again, and he's sacked. Alviti couldn't get away from Taco Charlton as we head downstairs to Lisa Byington.
Impressive that this Michigan defense is doing all this after missing one of their defensive linemen. Mario Ojemudia, of course, done for the year after he tore his Achilles last week against Maryland. Now, I spoke to Greg Madison, who was able to visit Ojemudia this week on Thursday. He had successful surgery. He said that Ojemudia was doing great. He said the best advice for him was to stay patient in terms of the recovery process. As of note, Michigan actually is looking into maybe petitioning for an extra year for Ojemudia, Kevin.
Well, they'd love to see him. Jim Harbaugh told us he's got a future playing football somewhere, whether it's here next year or at the next level as Jabril Peppers makes the stop. And you mentioned it earlier, a lot of familiar names. We saw Hurst out there. We saw Henry out there. Jabril Peppers with the tackle. This defense wants that third straight shutout.
There's no question.
Those first teamers are out there saying, no, we're not leaving.
And 100,000 wanted to see the same thing. They didn't leave either. Much to your chagrin, you wanted to catch your flight a little sooner, I understand.
We're watching history here. Are you kidding? 3 straight shutouts for the first time since 1980. If they can hold them off the board over the final 35 seconds, a flag is down. That'll be a hold. Alviti will throw that to the sidelines. But the hold is going to be called. Looked like Eric Olson may have had Taco Charlton in some sort of takedown.
They'll decline. This will be 4th down. The cheer. Listen to the cheer.
Holding offense number 76. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
Listen to this. Now you know cheering for when you hear the call for defense, that's a well-schooled crowd.
Says the defensive guy. 4th down. Now Vidi going to scramble. He needs 17 yards. He's not going to get anywhere close. One more play for that Michigan defense to cap its 3rd straight shutout for the first time since Ronald Reagan won a presidential election. Michigan with 3 straight zeros pitched.
That's impressive. That's a good group. That defensive front, Greg Madison's done a great job with rolling through those defenders. They have a lot of guys, none of them that you say, wow, but a lot of them that you say, hey, they're pretty good.
And here's Jabril Peppers. He comes in when they take the knee. Don't be surprised if at some point this year he's out there on offense for more than just a knee.
Well, they put Jabril Peppers back there just in case.
And there's the knee taken by Rudock. And the celebration has begun and will continue for a good portion of the night. And then that man will turn the focus to Michigan State. What a performance today by the Michigan Wolverines. Dominating from start to finish in a 38-0 shellacking of Northwestern. What a day for Michigan and its fans, and for Northwestern. Plenty of season left. Everything is still out there in a wide-open West Division, and they've got Iowa next week, which becomes a giant game in the West. Unbeaten Iowa, once beaten Northwestern.
They better get ready because it's right around the corner.
Let's check in downstairs with Lisa Byington.
Kevin, I feel like a broken record when I talk to defensive coordinator DJ Durkin. You continue to shut out teams, so 3 straight shutouts now. How does this defense continue to do what it's doing?
Yeah, I'm just really proud of the kids. They played hard for 60 minutes again. You know, the shutouts are really a team stat. I mean, our special teams are playing great. Our offense is doing a great job of protecting the ball and having long drives. I mean, they kept us off the field, and it's a team stat, so I'm proud of them.
You're building momentum at just the right time. You now have your rival, Michigan State, on the horizon. What kind of defense and what kind of team do you feel like you have going into the Spartans next week?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We want to just enjoy this one today, and we'll get on to that next. You know, I'm just proud of our kids, man, to keep coming out and playing hard like that. We talk about effort and playing with technique, and they're doing that, and that's all that matters right now.
Thank you for the time. Kevin?
All right, Lisa, thank you very much. You know they want to enjoy it, but I have a feeling this coaching staff doesn't enjoy things for too long before they start looking to the next step.
Yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, you can't. So right around the corner is a huge game, a monster.
Well, that number 18 next to Michigan that you see on your screen,
it's going to change.
It's going to change,
oh, yeah.
and it's going to be much higher up in the top 25 rankings. 38-0. First FBS team to record 3 straight shutouts since 1995. First Michigan team to do it since 1980. Any way you look at it, a complete and total performance today by the Michigan Wolverines, who win it 38-0 over Northwestern at Michigan Stadium. For Matt Millen and Lisa Byington, I'm Kevin Kugler saying so long from Ann Arbor.